wszystkim, z tej strony Katie, witam was bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z grą The Book of Unwritten Tales. I tak, wreszcie zostaliśmy dyplomowanym czarodziejem, wszystko się zgadza, mamy czapkę, mamy wszystko, co jest nam potrzebne i możemy iść do Arcymaga. Jednak mogę się założyć, że jak w tym momencie wyjdziemy z tego pomieszczenia, to się wszystko pójdzie chrzanić, więc sprawdźmy to, ale jestem przekonana. Okej, jest jeszcze wszystko pod kontrolą. Dostaliśmy przepowiednie wcześniej, że my się do tego arcymaga nie dostaniemy, więc to tutaj jest coś na rzeczy. O właśnie.
Hello, Mr. King. Look, I'm a certified mage.
I told you you'd do it. We're so proud of you.
O, dziękuję.
Our work is now done. We are all well fed. I think it's time to say goodbye.
Oh, you want to leave for the country?
That's right. But if you want to come and visit us, Master Wilbur Weathervane will always be welcomed by us rats. So long, Wilbur.
See you soon.
Żegnaj. A jak
The
teraz
king
tu
of
wejdziemy?
thieves and the other rats have left. I can't expect any help from that quarter anymore.
Okej, czyli już więcej nie możemy zejść do kanału. No dobrze. Halo, zgadnij, co mam. Bęk.
Hello, Mr. Shieldhand.
Hello, Wilbur. What do you want?
Wejść do arcymaga.
You there, town guard. Have a look at this. Effective immediately. So you may address me as Master Weathervane, and I wish to see the Archmage now.
Now! Jak se przeszedł obok niego, w ogóle wyrąbane. A ten nic, ani słowem się nie odezwał na ten temat. Dzień dobry!
And what is it? Why is this gnome wearing mage clothing?
Your Honor, this is Master Wilbur Weathervane, an accredited mage and therefore a member of your order.
Nonsense. I know all the mages in the land.
But it's true. I completed my degree today under your brother's tutelage, Master Marcus.
That's impossible. I've no time for such absurdity. Take your leave, gnome.
Proszę
But
pana.
I'm supposed to give you something, a ring.
A ring? From whom?
From a gremlin. Yesterday he landed right at my feet in the White Ridge Mountains. He gave me this ring and said that it could decide the course of the war.
Ale w ogóle ślicznie wygląda to miejsce.
Master Alistair, I turn to you in great haste as well as in great fear. I have made a discovery that could decide all of our fates. I know where the artifact of destiny is to be found. Your Serene Highness, you know the stories. A legendary artifact created by the goddess of destiny and providence. An extraordinarily precious and dangerous thing. As good fortune is bestowed on its carrier, everything that he attempts succeeds. Everything that he desires, he receives. Everything bends to his will, always. It is a truly dreadful power, a god's power. Just imagine if this were to fall into the hands of the enemy. I have found that the artifact is hidden in a temple on a small island called Sordia. You must find it and bring it to safety. You must! Help us, Master Alistair. You're our only hope.
Nie mogę! Piękne nawiązanie,
That was
naprawdę.
him. That was the gremlin who was taken away by these evil types on a dragon.
Shades? The Shadow Army has taken this gremlin prisoner? Sir, we have to send everything and everyone to this island. Every ship, every griffin, every...
Enough! We have to behave inconspicuously. We don't know what information the Shades already have, and we mustn't help them get on the right track.
No, sir. But if they have the gremlin, then it'll only be a matter of time until we...
The island of Sordia, where the devil is that? I've never heard of it. I'll be leaving the city for a few days. I have to do some research in the archives.
But the Seastone archives have lots of...
Silence, guard! I will send a group of trustworthy comrades to the island as soon as I've found it. And you... One word of this message, just one single word, to anyone, and I'll grind you into a fine powder. Understand?
Of course. Understood, sir.
Go! Leave me alone with the youngster. And don't let anybody up here, mage or not. Understood?
Understood, sir.
And you, Mr. Weather Thingy, you've done very well indeed.
Weather vane, sir. Thank you. My granddad won't believe this when I tell him.
That won't be possible for some time. You'll have to stay here and hold the fort. I want you to prepare for a small expedition. Find some companions. 2 should be enough. You shall all go and fetch the artifact as soon as I have found the island.
But when it comes to something as important as this, wouldn't it be better to send an experienced treasure hunter?
Nonsense. No one knows you. You don't even exist as far as the enemy is concerned. You won't arouse any attention. That is our most important weapon in this matter. You'll be back long before the enemy even knows what's happening.
But I think...
Enough said. I am the leader of the order, and this is an order. Choose 2 accomplices and wait here for me. And don't talk to anyone about this. Dismissed.
Bardzo ładnie wygląda ta komnata. Ciekawe to jest.
When will I be back? As soon as I can. But it might take a few days for me to find the island we're looking for.
The gremlin told me that a book hidden in his secret cellar describes the way to the artifact's location.
Really? That's good to know. That went better than I had hoped for.
A fiendish plan, Monkus. Well done. Now you know where the artifact is hidden, and the real Archmage will remain out of your tentacles for as long as I need. Mother will keep him busy. She's summoned up all of her dark magic. When he returns, you will have the artifact of divine fate in your hands at last. And Seastone will burn, just like every other Alliance town.
Nie! A to o to chodziło, że nie dostarczy tego do Arcymaga.
Oh, man. Yesterday I was sweeping floors, and today I'm a certified mage and part of the greatest adventure since Nightilo fought the broccoli monster. An artifact that grunts unlimited power. Hopefully the Shades never get wind of it. In their hands, something like that would definitely mean the end of the world. But the Archmage won't let it come to that. I'll find myself 2 companions and wait here for him.
Okej. No to ciekawie, ale w ogóle, kurde, ale się porobiło. Ej, co ciekawe, gdzie jest prawdziwy arcymag. Bardzo mnie to zastanawia. I w ogóle widzę, że już tutaj mamy naszych przyszłych towarzyszy, ponieważ to są 2 osoby, które są jednymi z głównych bohaterów w tej grze. Wiem z okładki, wybaczcie. Ale okej. Ale strasznie smutno, że naprawdę nie dostarczyły tego arcymagowi, tylko w sumie głównemu złolowi w tej grze. Ale...
By the gods, that's a female orc, here in the human town, and she's taken one of them prisoner. I must notify the town guard right away, and Master Marcus. Together we must fight to the last drop of blood, and...
I can hear you.
Stay where you are, I'm a mage.
So I see.
A dangerous battle mage.
Now that on t'other hand I find doubtful.
Who are you? What do you want here, and how did you get here?
A lot of questions. Give me one good reason why I should answer them.
Her name is Elizabeth. She's come here for the annual beauty contest and has brought a golden Pegasus with her. He's called Bob.
Ej, w ogóle, ja mu kazałam popatrzeć na fontannę. Czemu tu się jakiś dialog zaczął? Najwidoczniej nic się nie dało zrobić, tylko najpierw ten dialog musi się potoczyć. Okej. A że on to na głos mówił. Geniusz. Pegazy są zawsze białe i nigdy nie nazywają się Bob. Nie mogą. To jest zakaz. To jest prawnie uwarunkowane, że Pegazy nie mogą się nazywać Bob. Nie mogą.
Pegasi or Pegasuses? Anyway, they're always white, and no one would name their Pegasus Bob.
I am a bounty hunter and just passing through.
Are bounty hunters allowed to simply tie up here?
Certainly. Bounty hunters and merchants are neutral in this war.
Nobody wanted the bounty hunters.
I'm just waiting for Bill the merchant who has my provisions. Then I'm on my way.
I have no idea what's going on here, but the airship could be exactly what I need for my expedition.
Who did you just speak to?
To no one, really?
Aha, to on ze mną rozmawia. To on wie, że ja tu jestem? Ej, to by w sumie miało sens, że on patrzy na mnie. O, to bohaterowie w tej grze wiedzą, że ja istnieję? Ale z drugiej strony on nie rozumie, o co chodzi, że w tej grze nikt nie umiera, więc tak troszkę słabe jest to łamanie czwartej ściany w momencie, kiedy on trochę wie, że ja jestem, ale trochę nie wie, że ja jestem. Nieważne, nieważne.
So your name isn't Elizabeth?
I am known as Mazaz.
Or Sugar Lips, Greenie, or just, Oi, you fella! And she is one lousy bounty hunter.
That's right. I only catch imbeciles. Those who are even more stupid than me.
Okej.
Where are you taking your prisoners?
That's none of your business, dwarf. They know, and that's enough.
I'm not a dwarf. I'm a gnome.
Too right, Shorty. Don't take any nonsense. Turn her into a sheep.
I can only transform rabbits into kind of a sheep.
Great. That's helpful.
I have to go.
If you see the merchant, can you tell him that I'll rip his ears off if he doesn't turn up here soon?
Jak ja have to go? Halo, a przecież to... Chyba już lubię tego pana. Szczerze mówiąc, tak po okładce gry... Serio. Spodziewałam się, że on za bardzo mi nie przypadnie do gustu, ale już po samym głosie mam takie lubię pana. Pan ma ładny głos. Dobra, czy ja mogę iść popatrzeć na tą fontannę, proszę? O, dziękuję.
Oh, that is very interesting.
What are you calling cheating here? There are different rules for that game.
Not one of them states that it's legal to have extra cards up your sleeve.
Oh, come on. Every other person's cheated as well. I've just made the game fair again by doing that.
The obese one will see that somewhat differently. Don't you know who he is? How can anyone be that stupid and pick a fight with someone like that?
Oh, but you should have seen his face. He won't forget that in a hurry.
You won't either, once his darling mother is finished with you.
Strasznie słabą czcionkę wybrali na te
What are you
napisy do
calling
tej
cheating
grze.
here? There are different rules
Aha, to
for
oni tak
that
cały czas
game.
będą gadać. No
Not one
dobra.
of them states
Trochę mi to
that it's
przeszkadza.
legal to have extra cards up your sleeve.
Nie
Oh,
mówcie.
come on. Every
know
other
what that
person's
fountain
cheated
is
as
supposed to
well.
represent,
I've just
but I
made the
hope I
game
never
fair
meet it in
again
real
by
life.
doing that.
The obese one will
Ale
see that
tego
somewhat
się nawet nie da
differently.
przewinąć, kiedy skupię.
Don't you know who he is? How can anyone be that stupid and pick a fight with someone like that?
Oh, but you should have seen his face. He won't forget that in a hurry.
You won't either, once his darling mother is finished with you.
To mi przeszkadza,
She's
wiesz.
handed one of these down at the gate too. I guess dozens of guards used to patrol the town.
Oni tak będą cały czas przekrzykiwać? Głupie to jest.
Not a fighter.
Now
And
that
even so,
really
I'd only
was
be able
just
to use
bad
that
luck.
thing as a
She
lance.
can't blame me for that.
No, of course not. The treasure simply flew away.
Jakie to jest skrajnie
What was I
irytujące. To
supposed
z
to
tym
do?
coś trzeba
There
zrobić,
was a
bo
whole
tak się
herd
nie
of
da.
cows there, and I had to give the shaman something.
Perhaps you shouldn't have relieved yourself in their holy lake.
There weren't any signs. How was I to know that that moon thing was reflecting in it? Oh, never mind.
If I were them, I would have just strung you up.
Well, you can do that now.
Do you really think you'll get away so lightly?
Pillar holds up this little roof. It looks pretty strong.
To jest strasznie głupie, że on po
Now
prostu...
that really was just
Przekrzykują mi
bad
mój
luck.
biura cały
You can't
czas.
blame me for that.
No, of course not.
The pillar
The
holds up
treasure
this little
simply
roof.
flew
It looks
away.
pretty strong.
What was I supposed to do? There was a whole herd of cows there, and I had to give the shaman something.
Perhaps you shouldn't have relieved yourself in their holy lake.
A large net.
There
Might
weren't
be a
any
fishing net, or
signs.
maybe one
How
of those
was I
cargo
to know
nets.
that that moon thing was reflecting in it? Oh, never mind.
If I were them, I would have just strung you up.
Well, you can
A
do
coiled
that
rope.
now.
It's been used a lot.
Do you really think you'll get away so lightly?
A bale of cargo. Looks heavy. Maybe compressed cotton or the like. A bale of cargo. Look,
Dobra. Ale to jest irytujące.
She really does look terrifying. I mean, I don't know what orc women usually look like, but that one, I wouldn't want to get on her bad side.
I tego już nie słyszała, tak?
As someone who comes from the mountains, I'm not really an expert on ships, but that's called a thingy. I don't know what that pipe's for. I've never seen a creature like that before. It's similar to the demon from the inn. Maybe it's just an animal.
No, może.
It could be a kind of otter. A
Wydra.
porcu otter.
Ale co ciekawe, że jak stoimy obok, to już nie gadają, tylko jak odejdziemy dalej. Ale to jest tak irytujące, gdzie oni krzyczą i jak Wilbur coś mówi, to w ogóle nie słuchać ani co oni mówią, ani co Wilbur mówi, tylko trzeba to czytać. I to jest takie, że Jezus Maria, właśnie mózg mi się zlasował, bo nie byłam w stanie się skupić na tym, co tu się kurde dzieje. Jakie irytujące w ogóle. Dobra, spróbujemy jeszcze z nimi pogadać, a jak nie, to chyba będziemy mogli wyjść z tej
I don't think I
lokacji.
should really talk to her unless I absolutely have to.
Aha, a z nim?
Ooh.
Hi.
I'm Wilbur. Who are you?
Someone with a tiny problem, as you can see. Could you do me a favor and whack that green lady over the head?
Come on, Nate. I'm only doing my job here.
I know the job market's tough, but yours is going to cost me my neck.
Undoubtedly.
Are you a pirate or something?
No.
Yes.
Well, I have been called that occasionally, but I'm just about as much of a pirate as Mazaz here is a ballet dancer. I'm the captain of this proud ship, the Mary. I'm a freelance treasure hunter.
You're a swindler.
And you're a terrible ballet dancer.
I like ballet.
Ej, trochę mi się tak odrobinę, pewnie później to przejdzie, ale tak na pierwszy rzut oka to tak mi się trochę kojarzy z Julkiem z Zaplątanych.
You're a professional treasure hunter. So you know your way around sunken temples and the like.
Of course. I have traveled all across the skies to the ends of the earth. I've fought Cyclops and seen things that a man probably shouldn't have. Such as Mazaz here, for example.
Suppose I needed to travel to a certain island, and I could show you the island on a map. Could you bring me there?
Well, apart from the fact that I'm sitting here in a cage, then sure.
Then we'll just have to free you.
Hello. I still happen to be here.
What's that got to do with it?
See you later.
Take care, Shorty.
Co za różnica, czy pani tu stoi, czy nie. Dobra.
Captain Nate is a treasure hunter, and he has his own ship. Someone like him would be perfect for my team. But how do I get past that orc lady, and all on my own?
Jakby... O! Pierwsza osoba, którą udało mi się poznać! Jest idealny do mojej drużyny. Logika gier. Mam dużo rzeczy. Mogę też ewentualnie posprawdzać, czy coś tu się da ze sobą połączyć. Nie, ale to możemy użyć różdżki na niej? Nie? Okej.
That won't work. The bounty hunter would notice.
Szczegóły. Dobra, nie mam pojęcia, czy tu można coś zrobić.
A bale of cargo. Looks heavy. Maybe.
Coś na pewno z tą linią tutaj. Aha, bo niby na niej można tu rzeczy próbować. Teoretycznie. W praktyce to tak trochę...
All well and good, but as long as the bounty hunter is standing there, I can forget it.
Aha, bo z tą deską!
It's a long way
A.
down beneath the plank. You wouldn't catch me standing on it.
Okej. Dobra, no to nie wiem, czy chyba tu nic więcej na razie nie możemy zrobić. Ale bardzo ładnie to miasto wygląda. Tutaj takie te ogrody wiszące. Super. Czyli tu może... O!
Impressive what we mages can do, my order and I.
Mój zakon i ja. Oczywiście, miałeś w tym ogromny udział.
How does one get to the islands? Maybe some mages can teleport themselves. That, or they can climb really well.
Jak miło z ich strony, że przestali gadać. Ja naprawdę się zestresowałam, że oni będą tak cały czas. Czyli możemy albo wrócić do wieży maga, albo tu jeszcze było jakieś miejsce, do którego mogliśmy przejść. Bo tu jeszcze jest ten
The pillar
filar.
holds up this little roof. It looks pretty strong. Why should I?
Nie wiem. Coś... Nie mam pojęcia. Próbuję cokolwiek, Wilbur. Mógłbyś być bardziej
Still can't
pomocny?
let you go up, my lovely.
I will say it once more. I have to give the Archmage a book. It's important.
I don't know anything about a book. And believe me, whatever the Archmage is up to, it's more important than your stupid book.
But
End of discussion. Only graduate mages or people with an invitation from the Archmage can go into the tower. And to be precise, I don't see any of those at the moment, sorry.
Jak się obraziła!
A colourful bird. If it were not impossible, I would say he was looking at me rather reproachfully.
Ej. No co ty, naprawdę?
A colourful bird.
Okej.
Hello.
Hi.
You're an elf, right?
Indeed. And you are a kind of wood goblin?
I'm a gnome. Wilbur Weathervane. Master Wilbur Weathervane. Pleased to meet you.
You're a mage.
With diploma.
Then you can go into the upper town and into the mage tower.
That's exactly where I've just come from.
Could you take me up there?
I overheard you talking to the city guard about a book. Do you need to take it to the Archmage?
I have to. It's very important.
Could it be that you got this book from a gremlin secret cellar? A gremlin who shortly before had been ejected over the White Ridge Mountains?
Get out of my brain, you mage.
You almost dropped the professor on my head. He sent me here with a secret message for the Archmage.
Oh, were you able to bring him the news?
Yes, it was very disquieting.
Okej.
I believe that the book you're carrying explains just where an extremely powerful artifact can be found.
Yeah, the gremlin did hint at something of that sort. He was very concerned.
He's got every reason to be. The Archmage is gone. He's trying to find out exactly where the artifact is hidden. And then I'm supposed to go get it, quietly and secretly, along with 2 friends.
But it's here. This book tells us where the artifact can be found.
Unfortunately, the Archmage doesn't know that. Who are you?
My name is Ivadora Eleonora Clarissa, Princess of Silverwood.
Ooh,
O.
you're a real princess from Silverwood.
Call me Ivo. He's called Cheap Cheap.
To ona ma pełną, długą, pełną, ładną nazwę. A Iwa co? Jak? Nieważne. Iwo.
This whole story is too much for one gnome. I think we should work together.
I should really be at home in the elf burrow listening to Uncle Ignacio droning on. I am in enough trouble already.
Don't you understand? This book explains the exact location of the artifact of divine power. That's precisely the information the Archmage is looking for.
Then take the book and wait for him here.
And if the shades are faster than we are? What if they manage to extract the information from the old gnome before the Archmage returns?
And what then? Are we to fight the shades single-handed? And what are we talking about here, by the way? What is it that the Shadow Army want to get their hands on?
I can't tell you that here. How about this? I'll get you into the Mage Tower somehow, and there I'll show you the Professor's message and...
And then I can decide whether I'm in or not.
It's a deal. I'll be back.
And I will wait.
Okej. Dobra, czyli nie może pokazać jej tego tutaj, więc będzie kombinować, żeby wprowadzić ją do środka, żeby pokazać jej to w środku. Jakby, nie wiem, nie mogli się schować na zapleczu baru czy coś. Nie mogą. Dobra.
The King of Thieves.
Dobrze, to możemy się rozejrzeć, przypadkiem gdzieś coś się nowego nie pojawiło. Bo czasami takie gry lubią tak robić, że coś nowego się pojawia, ale widzę, że tu nowego nic nie ma. Tutaj też nie. Dobra, to chyba nie. Ale to jestem bardzo ciekawa, co się stało z Arcymagiem. Tym prawdziwym. W takim razie, co z nim zrobili? Gdzie go ukryli? Gdzie go zamknęli? Czy żyje?
Master Marcus? You'll never believe this, but... Master Marcus? Hello?
Halo?
He's not here. A folded note with my name on it.
Whoa.
Dear Wilbur, you probably don't even know what you've achieved. Not only have you completed your mage degree quicker than anyone ever, you've also shown an old man that there's always hope. I thank you for that.
O.
I have gone to stand at my brother's side at Wildthorn Pass. He's there fighting back the Shadow Army's vicious onslaught. I hope to see you again soon, Master Weathervane. Marcus Maria Alistair, Master of Magic.
P.S. I would like to pass my magic glasses on to you as a gift. I do not need them anymore. My nose belongs in the fresh air, not amongst old books. This is really very nice of Master Marcus, but couldn't he have kept his thirst for action under control just for a few more hours? I could really use him, yeah? And he's not likely to find his brother there either. He's off looking for the island in some archive, not standing on some battlefield. It can't be helped. He's gone. I'll just have to carry on alone.
Oj, Wilbur. No tak, no w sumie to jest logiczne, że w momencie, kiedy on nie wie tego, co my wiemy, to jasne to jest dla niego, że pewnie po prostu Markus nie wiedział, gdzie jest jego brat. No, ups. Ale bawi mnie trochę to, że on ma Marię na drugie imię. No dobra. Mamy okulary. Z którymi nic nie zrobimy na razie. Ale fajnie, warto było tutaj wrócić. Widzicie? Warto wracać w stare miejsce, bo czasem się tam pojawiają nowe rzeczy. I czy ta pani orczyca...
I have things to do here in the city, so there's no time to just go for a walk.
Aha. Okej. W ogóle dziwny tu jest błąd, że widać te jakby mniejsze elementy. Wiecie, o co mi chodzi, że tutaj jakby to tak dziwnie na siebie nachodzi. Nieważne. Czyli tu chyba nic więcej nie zrobimy, a i tu się przenosimy. I tu ewentualnie możemy iść jeszcze do tej... Tutaj, właśnie! Bo teraz możemy jeszcze sobie tutaj połazić. Przy okazji. Super, możemy się tu rozejrzeć.
Strange idea, stretching a map over a globe like that. How are you supposed to use it? The flower keeps floating away from it. Maybe it's shy.
Nieśmiała roślina.
Floating furniture is really practical when you want to mop the floor.
Okej.
There's something on top of that cabinet. Some papers of some sort. Maps, maybe. That's too high. I can't reach.
Co ty mówisz? Ale to... Nie... Ach, serio? No dobra.
Dad always says, what you don't have in your head, you'd better have in your books. I would have thought there'd be more books, yeah? No wonder the Archmage has gone elsewhere to seek information.
Jakoś musimy się dostać do tych map.
That's a telescope. Grandad has one. The question is it a masterpiece of technology or magic? Or perhaps both? How does the Archmage get up there? Maybe as a floating chair.
Możliwe. Ale w ogóle to super wygląda. Ja...
Wow! No idea what these globes are supposed to represent, but they're gorgeous.
Co mogą przedstawiać? Ciekawe. Ale... No raczej nie są to nasze planety, takie jakie my znamy. Są podobne, ale na pewno nie takie same. Dobra, co my tu jeszcze mamy? To jest ciekawe.
Now that's what I call magic. Fantastic.
To się nazywa magia? A, serio tyle? No dobra.
That is probably the thickest book I've ever seen.
Jaki ray tracing w ogóle, jak się ładnie ta podłoga
It
odbija.
says Encyclopedia Fantastica here. Fantastic knowledge in just one volume.
Ale bajer! Jak tu jest ślicznie. Chyba moja ulubiona lokacja w całej grze. Ale oni naprawdę coś mają z tymi owcami. O mój Boże.
The strange thing is that most of the pages are completely blank. I mean, our world isn't that uninteresting. Incredible. Now I have the glasses on. The pages are filled from top to bottom with fine script. Without the glasses, the pages appear totally empty. So the glasses are as useful as they are cool. What should I look for?
Nie są tylko cool, ale są też przydatne.
Let's see what we can find. Sauron Semolina Shyster Sordia, an island located in the Silent Sea, probably named after a long-forgotten sorcerer. That's all it says. No information as to where the island actually is. Pretty skimpy.
Słabo.
I found him less charming than I'd expected. Probably important leaders don't have time to be polite. Adelaide of Sad Hills, Alabaster Processing, Alistair the Shrink, Alistair the Third of High... Ah, here we are. Alistair Mordred Michael Mechtild, Archmage. Blah, blah, born the second of 4 children, brother Marku, blah, blah, Major Academy, summa cum laude, Order of Merlin, first class, level 99 Archmage, blah, blah, work on sheep, metamorphosis, owner of some of the world's most powerful magical artifacts, blah, blah, head of the Alliance Secret Service, advisor to the king, blah, blah. Strange. Why does it always say blah, blah? You'd think the authors would take more care with the entry for someone that important.
Że to naprawdę było tam napisane. Boże, kocham tą grę, jest wspaniała. W ogóle jest magiem na 99 poziomie. A, piękne. Czemu to zawsze jest napisane bla bla?
Okay, it was worth a try.
A to tyle. No dobrze. Myślałam, że będzie coś więcej.
A huge map of the entire country, and I've only seen a tiny corner of it to date. There are a lot of small unnamed islands on the map, one of which is the island of Sordia, where the artifact of divine fate is hidden. But which one? A huge map of the entire country, and I've only seen a tiny corner of it to date. There are a lot of
Dobra, a możemy popatrzeć przez te okulary na to? Chyba nie. Na pewno? Nie, dobra. Kurde, trochę nie mam pomysłów już. Bo niby dalej to mamy dostępne, ale to możliwe, że będziemy mogli tutaj coś poczytać w momencie, kiedy dowiemy się czegoś nowego, nie? Bo na razie to no chyba tyle, co już przeczytaliśmy.
Okay. What should I look for? Let's see where we can... Sauron's, that's all it says. No.
Dobra, no
Okay,
nie, nic
it was
nowego.
worth it.
Czyli w zasadzie to nic nowego tu nie mamy, bo do tych map się nie dostaniemy. Ale możliwe, że Iwo będzie w stanie nam je zdjąć, jak przekonamy tego strażnika, żeby ją wpuścił. No na razie to tak troszeczkę nie mam pomysłów, przyznaję. Coś będzie trzeba wykombinować, ale na razie to tak trochę słabo.
Welcome, Master Wilbur.
O, mistrzu, no siemanko!
Mr. Shieldhand, I must insist that you allow the young elf over there entrance to the upper town.
No.
Nie.
You know, it's about that thing. What thing? The thing we talked to the Archmage about. The important thing.
I don't know what you mean. Nothing unusual has happened, and even if it had, then we'd be forbidden to discuss it. And most certainly there would have been a crystal clear order to let nobody into the upper town.
But
No matter what the reason. Do we understand each other?
As an accredited mage, I must unfortunately bid you adieu.
Very well, Master Wilbur.
No to chyba go nie przekonamy, kurde, słabo. Nie mam więcej pomysłów, coś będzie trzeba wykombinować, ale myślę, że na razie tutaj ten odcinek skończymy. Tak więc, no, dużo się w sumie fabularnie wydarzyło, wreszcie coś się posuwa do przodu, fantastycznie. Znamy już całą naszą drużynę, jeszcze nie jest ze sobą połączona, ale to już niewiele brakuje, żebyśmy zjednali sobie wszystkich, których potrzebujemy, żeby wyruszyć wreszcie na epicką przygodę. Wreszcie. Tylu godzin gry, nie? No, tak więc dziękuję za oglądanie i do następnego. Pa, pa!